Changes for Chuckie is the first segment of the 7th episode of the 7th season of Rugrats, and I've come to the conclusion that Kira's maybe not the brightest, but at the same time, maybe it's not her fault because Kimi is actually very low maintenance. While I don't love Kimi as a character, she's a very easy baby. She seems to be easily pleased, she doesn't get upset that often, she doesn't get angry, she just always seems to be quite happy. And presumably Kira's had an easy time bringing her up, so Kira makes some really stupid decisions with Chuckie. Well, one really stupid decision, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But this episode is actually all about Chuckie struggling to come to terms with all of these changes that are in his life. For example, Kira serves meatballs that make him sneeze, and he's got new pajamas now, and there's no room for his feet to wiggle because the pajamas have got feet. He's eating sandwiches with crusts, as is Tommy, and I feel like Tommy is far too young to be eating a sandwich, but it's not the first time Rugrats have fed food to Tommy that he's definitely too young for. And Chuckie's really struggling with this, and while there's a message here for other children who might be struggling with changes due to a new parent, a step parent, the message is actually for the grown-ups. And Kira has to learn that some of the ways she does things may not be what Chuckie wants. And generally that's fine, getting a child new pajamas that they don't like, easy mistake to make. Serving them food that makes them sneeze, as long as it's not an allergy thing, then that's fair enough. But she did something that I thought was stupid, that common sense would have said don't do this, and it made me think maybe she's not the brightest. So I guess this is a spoiler for something that happens, because it kind of takes up the last 5 minutes of the episode as the main plot point. But what Kira does is she decides to wash, I think it's called Wawa, Chuckie's teddy bear. And in doing so, the teddy bear obviously smells different, looks different. She kind of mends its patches and things, and Chuckie's devastated. But I think everybody knows you don't wash a child's favourite thing. Where possible, you don't even wash their comfort blankets, at least, not frequently, or at least not if they notice, because a lot of the familiarity is about the smell. Also with the teddy bear, it obviously looks a certain way, changing it means it's no longer the same thing, and that takes away Chuckie's comfort, and I felt like that was common sense, and everybody knows that, so Kira may not be the most intelligent, but as I said, I think Kimi is a very easygoing baby, so anything that Kira's done for Kimi is just something Kimi's rolled with. She's not used to having a child who wears their emotions a little bit more on the surface, as we get with Chuckie, and it's a learning curve for her too. And this is what the episode's about. It shows that it's difficult for the child, but it's also difficult for the new parent, because they usually want to get something done the right way that will please the child, but particularly when that child cannot yet fully talk to the adult, it's going to be difficult to know exactly what they want. Of course, there was an easy solution. Ask Chaz. It would have solved all the problems. Ask Chaz if he thought Chuckie would have had an emotional breakdown if she washed and cleaned up his favourite teddy bear, instead of just doing it thinking you're going to be the hero when actually you're an idiot. So, not a big fan of her as a character. Not a big fan of Kimi either. So basically I wish those characters were never in it. Maybe there'll be an episode where I actually love them in it. We'll see how that goes. But certainly I like Chuckie in this. It was nice to have Tommy in this as well. Changes for Chuckie, I think, have some good messages in it at the very least.